Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, and our Kings were here with the legend that is Lennox Lewis. We're here, Riyadh season, the rematch, which everybody's been looking forward to. The first fight, I think it went over and above what people were expecting for the drama. How much are you, as obviously a retired legend, but as a fight fan, looking forward to seeing this?
Oh man, I can feel the build-up to this fight. Both guys very serious. It's coming down to fight day, and you can tell both guys are still calm. Tyson Fury, how he is, he's always like this before a fight, calling people names and shouting at you. And they're ready to fight.
I felt like it switched a bit yesterday. Fury's kept everything sort of under wraps. He's been a bit of recluse, not done as much media, not as jovial. I've asked a lot of people this, but I think your opinion in this obviously is certified from what you've done in the game. But when you see a guy almost change tact for the rematch like this, does it show that he's more locked in? Does it show that he's nervous? What are you reading off him this week?
No, he's locked in. It's a situation where you actually see your opponent. When you see your opponent, it's like, some guys do the talking, some guys are quiet. Oleksandr Usyk is quiet, and Tyson Fury is loud. He sees the guy, so it kind of gets him steamed up. And he's building himself up to when he sees him in the ring. Same type of attitude, same type of feeling. So, both guys are locked in. This is a serious fight for both guys.
When you look at a guy like Oleksandr Usyk, who's come up from the lower weights, not from a Tyson perspective, how would you go about fighting a guy like that who sometimes knows he's losing the rounds? He's working on mental pressure. We saw what he did in the lower divisions to a Tony Bellew, who a lot of people thought was winning the fight. But it was almost like Usyk's doing what he needs to do here to mentally drain you and then start picking his shots. How would you approach fighting an Oleksandr Usyk?
I would go after Oleksandr Usyk and, assert myself, back him up, make him move. It's quicker to go forward than to go backwards. So, Oleksandr Usyk would be going backwards because I would be going after him. And, asserting myself, getting my combinations in, always ending off with an uppercut or a hook because, he ducks a lot and sways a lot. He's a counterpuncher, so, he's waiting for you to throw so he can counterpunch.
Tyson Fury's obviously fought, in his mind, climbed Mount Everest in terms of battles outside the ring, came back and, he fought Klitschko, I think dominated the fight on points, but then beat Wilder, I think a lot of people's eyes 3 times. But where does Oleksandr Usyk sit with a victory over Tyson Fury in this rematch, coming off beating an Anthony Joshua twice, a Daniel Dubois, legitimate heavyweights? Where does he sit in them terms of the top tier names in your mind?
I would say in the same room as me.
Yeah, does that certify him a victory tonight, or is he already there?
He's knocking at the door. He's knocking at the door. It's just for him to break it down with winning this fight.
When you see this era of boxing, I think prior to the Riyadh season, I think you guys were sort of part of that last really exciting era. Do you wish now, when you look at everything you've done, do you look at the Riyadh season? We saw last night the Ring magazine event, everything's sort of getting bigger, we're seeing the big fights more frequently. Do you look and go, you know what, I didn't think I'd maybe ever say this, but this would have been quite a fun era to be a part of now?
Listen, every era is different. There's a lot of fun going on in my era as well. So, the fact that, in this era, there's a lot more social media. There's some bigger fights. I'm talking when it comes to fan capacity. It's exciting, and I can't wait to see the next era.
Last one. We're talking about returns. We saw obviously your good friend Mike Tyson came back. There was a real good moment in the locker room where you went in and yourself, Amanda, everyone's talking. I think that was such a good nostalgia moment. We're hearing Klitschko's potentially return. I hear that's legitimate, by the way, as well. I don't know, you probably know more than me, but
I haven't heard that it's legitimate and it's going to happen. But I don't think he can do that right now. I think there's a war going on in his country, and he's focused on that. His brother's focused on that. So maybe afterwards.
Maybe. Lennox, look, appreciate your time. I know you've done a lot of interviews. Hopefully we get to do it again.
Love it. Stay blessed.
Appreciate you.